Hi, Mexico. Hola.
It would seem that the prophecy was referring to our annihilation.
Cool. Logan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, man.
Welcome to LATA.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling? You are becoming the new youngest, biggest star in Hollywood.
Yeah, you know, it's cool to be working.
Beautiful. Alex, nice to meet you.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. Welcome to LATA.
Thank you.
What is this about? What is this movie about? Percy Jackson is the second one. You was in the first.
Yes.
Now you are back. Tell us about it.
It is a really exciting epic adventure movie.
Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters is about Percy and his gang of friends, including Clarice, who's not necessarily his friend, but she's also a demigod, and they have to save their camp from attackers.
Yeah, well, this movie, you know, at the end of the first film, we kind of left off. Percy saved the world. Everything was great. He was the hero. And in this film, he's not the hero anymore. He's kind of been one-upped by another demigod, and he's a little down on his luck. And the camp has been terrorized, you know, in the film. And he's kind of thrust into this adventure to go find the Golden Fleece and save his camp. And he doesn't know if he's a hero anymore. So he's trying to find out whether or not, you know, it was all luck what happened, or if he's actually got it in him, you know, to be great.
The only thing that has the power to save our home is the Golden Fleece. It's in the Sea of Monsters, what the humans call the Bermuda Triangle.
What kind of character is yours? Do you have powers because you are half-blood or something?
I don't have the coolest powers in the movie. I'm the daughter of Athena, so she's the goddess of wisdom and battle strategies.
Clarice is the daughter of the god of war, so she's a very strong fighter and a very strong warrior, and she's not the most graceful or tactical person, but she's a natural-born fighter. And
so I'm very wise, very smart, very good at making decisions. You know, on our adventure, I sort of always know what the right thing to do is, and that's pretty cool and useful. I think Percy Jackson has the coolest powers as far as visually.
Percy, you know, he's the son of Poseidon, so he's able to control water. So he's got some good powers where he can control, manipulate water, do what he wants, ride waves, and he also he can heal himself if with water when he's injured. So he's got some cool things to play around with, and
she can lead people into war, and that's what's in her blood. So she tries to prove herself the whole time of being the best at that.
Hang on to something.
What do you think about this kind of trending topic in Hollywood to make histories, to make stories with these kind of characters, with the Greek gods?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like that. I mean, I've always loved Greek mythology, and you know, there's something, you know, very attractive about their stories. I mean, they're pretty, you know, I mean, they're huge, they're epic, they're, you know, you can make something enormous, you know, like an epic story out of it. But at the same time, it's all centering on characters that are human, you know, and deal with, you know, human problems and human issues. So it's yeah, you can relate to them.
I think that, you know, those stories are so classical, and they're so withheld over time, and people always respond to Greek mythology because those were like the original action stories and tales, and I think that relating them to kids and how like they would be if they had children with humans, like, is a very cool twist on it.
And I think in Percy Jackson in particular, it's a really inspiring message because you have these kids that are placed in extraordinary circumstances, and they're weak and they're vulnerable, and they have problems, but they still are able to overcome them and become really strong and save the world. And I think that's a great, relatable, and inspiring message.
Those aren't sharks.
Which are your favorite Greek god or mythology creature?
Oh, well, the creature is definitely Polyphemus, who we have in this film, which I'm really excited about. Because I've always been like a fan of the Odyssey.
I definitely always liked Poseidon because I love the water, and after seeing Percy Jackson, the way he manipulates the water and stuff, that was really cool. And
I mean, I guess I'd have to say Athena because I play the daughter of Athena. But if it wasn't Athena, I love, I love the story of Hercules. One of the things that I love about the Greek gods is they're so human in that they get jealous and angry and deceitful and lustful and vengeful. So, Hercules, he's this hero, but then he ends up spending eternity pushing a boulder up the cliff, and it sort of doesn't make sense. It's not fair, and that story always has interested me because it's you see how unfair the gods can be.
And yeah, so we brought him into this film, and he's guarding the fleece. So we have this whole heist sequence with him. But I'm a little biased in terms of my favorite gods. It's gonna have to be Poseidon.
Yeah,
I'm a little biased. Yeah. He's Percy's dad. He's kind of leaning towards he asked the wrong guy.
But Zeus and Hades are great too.
Yeah. Hades.
He's not like a nice guy.
Yeah,
a nice god.
Yeah, I don't know.
Talking about your life out of the set, we want to know more about you. I'm gonna give you some quick questions.
Sure.
You can tell me which is your favorite sport.
Surfing for sure.
Surfing.
I love watching surfing and surfing myself, and I love professional surfing. And
Oh man, I guess coming from Los Angeles, I'm a basketball guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like basketball.
Lakers?
I'm a Lakers fan right now.
Hey, what kind of food do you like?
Oh, food, man! I love all foods, man. I love food. I love food. I don't know. To name like one or one type or really something like that. It's just too. I love everything. Really, I'm an open eater.
I love sushi.
Sushi?
And I eat a lot of Mexican food, a lot of tacos, and that's sort of when I go out to eat. That's sort of what I eat.
I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah.
But I do love fish, and so Sea of Monsters is perfect.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Nice talking to you.
Señores y señores, yo soy Alex Montiel, pásenla chido. Nos vemos en el cine.
Yeah, I should know that.
Truffle, it's from Truffle.
Yeah. Oh, what's it called? 451.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one.
Oh no. I know that one.